Now, if you're somebody that loves to sideload third-party applications on your Fire Stick, Fire TV, Android TV device, probably the biggest challenge that you have is how can I ensure that my application is running the latest version of that application? Maybe you installed it a couple of weeks ago, but you have no real way of checking if there's a new update available unless you start checking all of the websites you download from, all of the third-party repositories you download from. It does become a long-winded process. Now imagine you could install a single application on your device, and this application will go ahead and do all of that searching, all of that scanning for you. And if there is a new version available, you'll get a one-click button to download and install that directly onto your device. All you need to do is just hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest Fire Stick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. Now, this application is the latest version of APK Updater, and this application was only updated a few days ago, and this video is being recorded on the 3rd of February. So let's open that up. Now, the application has a very nice clean layout. When you start it for the first time, the first thing it does is it does a complete scan of all of the applications on your device, and then it shows you if it's found any updates. Now, before we start looking at the updates, the first thing I recommend you doing is clicking on the settings on the bottom right. So let's go down to that. Keep pressing down or hold down on the remote. Let's go over to the settings. Here, for example, we can go through some of these options here. So we'll leave the first two options enabled, which is Android TV and play text animations. Here you can choose if you want to use a light theme or a dark theme. Let's go for light. Now, this is the key part where you have to basically choose which repositories you want to use, because the application will automatically check these repositories and let you know if there is an update available. Now, probably the biggest repositories that we can use on the Amazon devices are F-Droid, GitHub, and also Aptoid TV. I think Aptoid TV is probably the largest repository. Now, the reason why I don't recommend you turn on APK Mirror, because APK Mirror tries to use the default browser to download, and on the Amazon devices, as there's no default browser built in, you can't use that. So make sure you've turned off APK Mirror like this, but the rest of them, I think you can leave as default. The root install we'll leave off unless you have actually rooted your device. Now, the alpha and beta or beta is basically, do you want to install early releases of software? So generally for most people, we'll leave these as on, so it'll ignore those updates. And I do recommend for Aptoid TV, we have enabled the option to use the safe stores. So obviously Aptoid TV is a massive repository. I think they have a couple of 100,000 applications. And just to make sure that there's nothing malicious or nothing problematic, it is recommended that you choose the trusted stores. So let's leave that on. Now, to this day, I've never worked out why there's a built-in alarm clock in this application, but maybe the developer was thinking people need some help with that. So that's there. Let's leave the rest as is. Let's now click on updates. Okay, so we can see now straight away, this application has identified multiple applications on my device that have updates available. Let's go down in the list here. Here, for example, we can see that I'm running version 1.51 of Button Mapper, but it's actually a 3.20 version out. So how do I get it? Well, all I need to do is click on Install App. And we can see on the left there, that icon there was the Aptoid repository icon. So this application was now pulled down directly from Aptoid TV. And we can see in less than a few seconds, we now have the latest version prompting us to install. So I can click on Install, give that a second, and less than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it says the latest version of Button Mapper has now been installed. And it really is as easy as that. Now let's do a few more for a test. Now, for the standard applications you typically get directly from the Amazon App Store, I would recommend updating them directly from Amazon, because sometimes there are slight variation differences from Amazon versus Android TV. But generally for the other applications, you really can go ahead and update them with one click. Here on the right, we can see we have the Project Ivy launcher. I'm running version 4.24. but 4.36 is now available. And again, with that icon there, we can see this version is being shared through Aptoid TV. So again, I can click on Install App. There we are. Let's click on that. Give that a second. It makes that connection. It downloads the latest update. Now I can now click on install, and we should now have version 4.36 once that finishes. And it says that's now installed, and you can see when it installs it, it removes it from the list because the update is now completed and you know you're running the latest version of the application. Now just for a quick test, let's actually open that up just to make sure that it's not just installing it, but we can actually use these updated applications. Here, for example, is Project Ivy, so let's click on that. Give that a second. We are straight in there. We can now see all of my applications. If I go over to the settings, if I can go down into About, and there we can see it, guys. So version 4.36, just to confirm that we did download the latest version, and that's working absolutely fine. Okay, that's great. Let's press home. The other great feature of APK Updater is not only can you update applications you have already installed on your device, you can also search safe repositories for other applications. So let's go down into search. Let's click on that. Let's say I'm looking for VLC. Now, VLC is a very popular media player. Lots of places have it, lots of websites have it, but how can you be fully sure that the place where you download it from is fully trustworthy? Well, here if I search for VLC, let's go to next. Give that a second, and this is now searching all of those repositories for VLC or applications like VLC, and it tells you exactly which repository has them. So let's go down. Here we can see we have VLC for Android, and that again is on the Aptoid TV repository, which you know is a trustworthy repository. So I can click on that, give that a second, click on install. That should now download the latest version of VLC. Give me one click to install it. And we can see VLC for Android is now installed. So really, using the search feature, you can go ahead and find all the applications you're looking for and install them from safe repositories. So that's the application there. Now to get the latest version on your device, just head over to Downloader. Let's open that up. We now can make a quick connection to my website, which is just tdoctoruk.com, or you can type in the short code 53402, and let's click on go. And this will take you directly to my website. Now, when you get to my site, head over to the hamburger menu, which is one with the 3 lines. Click on that, click on tutorials, and the latest tutorial in the list will be how you can get this updated version of APK Updater. Let's open that up. Here we are. So APK Updater, open source tool, simplifies the process of finding all the updates for all your applications. Also has that amazing search feature. Keep scrolling down. You have the step-by-step instructions here. Underneath all of that, we'll have a single link to download the latest version as of February 2024. So here we are. Let's click on that. Scroll down and you're looking for the green download button. Click on that and this will download the latest version directly onto your device. So that's pretty much this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. I do think this is a fantastic application for the people that love sideloading, installing applications from websites, other repositories, and it really is the best and easiest way to ensure that all those applications are kept up to date. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.